Alright, I should probably turn down my television.
And that's the first lines of the stream. Got it.
Yes.
Good to know.
Alright. Could you send me a link to the stream real quick?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully this one doesn't have a connection fit.
Yeah. Alright, so the supercell approaching Knoxville, Arkansas, continuing to try to get its act together.
Tornado
There are
warning
several
has
other
been
supercells
continued.
in the area. Yep.
Yeah. Tornado warning was continued as it approaches Knoxville. If you live in Prairie View, Scranton, and Morrison Bluff, I'd say you guys are probably in the clear. But if you live in Knoxville, Piney, or Lemar, you guys are still within that tornado threat area. So I would still stay in that lowest floor of your house until either you are taken out of the warning or a local TV meteorologist says you're good.
Alright, I posted it on Twitter. Alright, so there isn't all too much going on right now. Let me take a gander at the stream so I can see what we're looking at, so I can give a bit of coverage on that. Oh dear. This is our first video in 2 months. Streamed 2 months ago was our last video. It's not loading for me right now as I'm trying to watch it.
It's trying to okay. I think did it. We good? Okay, cool.
It's working now.
Holy shit. Alright, we have a new tornado warning though. Oh shit, my stream almost crashed.
That would have been bad, wouldn't it?
That would have been pretty funny though. 3 minutes in.
Alright, yeah, we do currently have a new tornado warning. This is still for the same for the Knoxville, Arkansas cell. Rotation is still relatively weak. The cell is trying to get its act together. Really defined hook on it, which it does, of course, indicate developing rotation.
We have a new tornado warning for Clay and Greene, Arkansas. Well,
Clay and Greene, Arkansas.
Yeah, that's near Paragould. Paragould?
Oh, Paragould? That's near Jonesboro, that area.
Mm-hmm. It's for Stonewall, Lafayette, Gainesville, Oak Grove Heights, Boydsville, Dougal, Pollard, and Piglet.
Okay. This is in really bad radar coverage, relatively bad radar coverage, so do stick with us. It's also getting into what I like to call the purple ring of death on velocities, where it's just the velocities are replaced by a large purple band.
There's another one for
Another
Clay
one, eh?
for Clay County. Again, that's near yeah,
Is it,
Paragould.
is this from the same cell? Are you just reading the old tornado warning?
I don't believe so.
We'll see.
Maybe. I mean, they issued a says they have another one issued.
I can't really identify that much rotation with this. That's just because it's in bad radar coverage. Can't really identify a hook with this also because it's in bad
Oh,
radar
oh
coverage.
yeah, it's for the one to the north of it.
One to the
Uh,
north of it, eh?
for Success,
Near
Torning, and
Success
more.
in
Yeah,
Datto.
yeah.
Right near the Arkansas-Missouri border.
Mm-hmm.
That one isn't as obscured by the large purple band on velocity, so I can make out some rotation. Some pretty deep reflectivity values indicating some pretty heavy rain, maybe some hail. So do watch out if you are in the path of that storm, as there is a possibility for maybe some a tornado, some hail, strong winds. Taking a look back at the Knoxville cell, it's still really trying to get its act together. Really nice, well-defined hook on that.
Yeah, let me switch back to that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where's the oh? I was like, where's the fourth tornado one? And then I realized this one has two.
Velocities are starting to ramp up. They just aren't well aligned with each other yet.
Yeah. That should happen as it comes out of its cycle.
Mm-hmm. I'll read the text here. At 5:03 p.m. Central Standard
Oh,
Time, a
wait.
severe thunderstorm capable of producing. Oh, you're not on that storm yet.
503,
Or
you mean? 503 one?
oh yeah, you're on. Okay, so at 5:03 p.m. Yeah, 5:03. At 5:03 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over Knoxville, or 8 miles southeast of Clarksville, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Hazards include tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. Hail that size can cause significant damage to your cars. It could also probably cause damage to your roof, any glass tables or things that you have outside that are a bit delicate or fragile, I should say. This is a radar indicated rotation. Impacts include flying debris, which will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur, and tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Clarksville, Dover, Knoxville, Broomfield, Holman, Lake Dardanelle, Bluff, Augsburg, Dublin, Campground, Ludwig Recreation Area, or Ludwig. Sorry, this is a bit weirdly aligned on the text that I'm reading. Lamar, London, Hector, Tokelon, Terrell, Morrison Bluff, Lutherville, Long Pool Campground, Piney Bay Recreation Area, Pleasant Valley in Pope County. This includes Interstate 40 between mile markers 60 and 75. Take cover now, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Just got a new radar update. Looks a bit contaminated there.
Miltonville. Where's that? Where's Morrilton, Arkansas? Sorry about that. I'm just on a live storm chasing, trying to find, oh god, what now? Okay, we updated the tornado warning. Logan County, Arkansas, is now in the clear, and Johnson County, Arkansas, will remain under tornado warning until 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So again, if you live in Logan County, you are now fully in the clear. If you live in Johnson County, your tornado warning will continue until approximately 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Alright, so what you guys are looking at right now is the rotation trail for the cell we're tracking. This just came out with the newest update of the radar program I use. Yeah, came out just 5 days ago, so yeah. Also, if you live in Pope County, you guys are also continued. That is from this tornado, or this warning here. Actually, this is more of a BWR, to be honest. Yep. Wow. Very clearly a BWR. Well, okay. Which one year Paragold? Oh, shit. The tornado warning for Clay County has been continued. Uh, so, yeah.
Velocities once again have continued to ramp up in the latest scan on the Knoxville and Dover cell.
Yeah. Well, it's in a very clear BWER phase.
Indeed, you are right. Hooks curled all the way up around there.
That's a pretty well defined donut, to be honest.
Yep.
All right. So if you live in Greene County, Arkansas, you are now in the clear. Again, Clay County is still under a tornado warning until around 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
If you live in the town of Dover, I would say you should be in your shelter right now, as well as the town of Hector. This is thankfully moving into more rural areas of northern Arkansas. But some areas really far down the line that might be affected by this cell include Clinton, maybe Leslie, and then like an hour or two from now, Mountain View. So just keep an eye out on this if you live in those locations. Yeah, velocities are finally starting to align with each other in the latest scan. Still looking really messy, probably a fair bit of contamination in there. But it's certainly starting to appear more
Okay.
tight.
What did I click on? Was that just okay? I got really confused for a sec. Okay. Yeah, the BWAR seems to be collapsing now. So that means the tornadoes probably, if a tornado does drop, it's gonna happen very soon. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Should mention what a bounded weak echo region is. That basically occurs when updraft winds are strong enough that it holds the precip from falling, so it creates like an area of lower reflectivity returns. When they decay, generally that's when the downdraft forces the tornado to the ground. Again, not all bounded weak ecoregions do result in a tornado, but a good majority of them do, and generally when they happen, those tornadoes are generally stronger.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the velocities are aligning. I mean, my ear. Okay, just an MCD about heavy rainfall.
Do we have a CC drop?
Um,
Check CC.
that's
I'm hearing
no.
people talking about a TDS, so
I wouldn't. Uh, I wouldn't go that far yet. I would say nothing definite. However, the velocities are now fully aligned. Um, the inflow winds are not particularly strong, but I mean it's got 110 outflow winds, so I mean it's still like 130 knot couplet.
has pretty much passed. I don't know what was that town called?
Dover.
Dover. Yeah, pretty much past the north of Dover. Looking on your stream, seems like the small community of Scottsville is somewhat in the path of this. If it continues on its current trajectory, it will likely go just north of Scottsville. But nonetheless, you should be in shelter if you live in there. Town of Hector is still very certainly in the crossfires of this. I'd say. And then since your tool picks up on smaller towns, could you go just to the east and see if there are any really small towns that are in the path of this if it continues? Because once you get past Hector, there isn't a town on the map until you get to Clinton on radar scope.
I have Scotland
Hmm.
and Smyrna.
Smyrna, perhaps?
Yeah, Smyrna. Smyrna.
Mm-hmm. So do get to shelter if you are in those towns.
See if I can get from that frame. Oh wow, it hasn't even. Okay, that's fine. This couplet is rapidly getting stronger. That's kind of interesting. That's just I don't know. Well, actually, my reflectivity hasn't updated in a few little bits, so there we go. Got an update. Cool. Reflectivity remains mostly unchanged. I'm still apprehensive about calling that a TDS, but I mean, that's possible? No, that's clear air. The couplet's still interesting.
Yeah, I'll hold off on calling that a TDS for now. I will send you a video right now from Ben
Okay.
Williams. I guess you might be able to use it on stream as long as you look at the tweet and give Ben Williams credit. It's like looks like a pretty good stovepipe kind of thing there.
Yeah,
Pretty bad focus from the camera.
what's the
Pretty
thing? No, I'm not looking at the stovepipe.
what?
What's the other thing?
Well, that's not a tornado because you're looking right at the tornado. The other thing is probably just a rain shaft.
I hope.
Yeah, the stovepipe is what your attention should be on, but
Let's see.
let me look at this again here.
Okay.
Velocities are a bit
Clay, Arkansas is now in the clear.
jumbled.
If you live in Clay, Arkansas, near the towns of Mork and Corning and Success, you're in the clear. Alright, back onto our other cell. It is now a confirmed tornado. That is the one for Johnson and Pope County, nearing the towns of Scottsville and Hector. Again, we have confirmation that a tornado is on the ground.
You there, Jack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Went quiet for an uncanny amount of time there.
I did.
The tornado warning has now been
I
updated
just said that.
has now upgraded to a tornado confirmed. I didn't hear you say that, but yeah. This tornado warning does include Dover, still includes Lamar and Hagerville, as well as portions of Piney and Knoxville, although I'd say you guys are out of the clear. Dover is also, for the most part, out of the clear. If you're in Hector, stay in your shelter for the time being.
Well, I mean, I would say in the clear, not out of the clear. But
In the clear, out of the clear, whatever. You understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, okay. Brief, small tornado touchdown.
Yeah. Let me help Nathan once I make sure the stream is good. All right.
Alrighty. Okay. But once again, I do think you're allowed to use videos off of Twitter as long as you show who they're from.
I don't know. So I think I just have to get him a Gmail code real quick. Is it just asking?
Okay. Maybe it's my connection that's struggling.
Got that. All right. So we also have a new tornado warning that just randomly appeared. Maybe this was okay. That's a long. That's a lot of towns. So we have a tornado warning for Lawrence and Randolph County, Arkansas. That has the towns of Smithville, Lynn, Black Rock, College City, Hoxie, Walnut Ridge, Imboden, Pocahontas, Biggers, uh, Reno, and Minard. Ah, so, but main focus will still remain on this tornado warning that should get extended here shortly. The conflict is interesting. I would definitely call that a TDS at this point. Uh, Actually, no, it's still all in the clear air. Yes, we have a new tornado warning for Pope, Searcy, and Van Buren County in Arkansas. Uh, so, yeah.
Did you read off the one that includes portions of both Arkansas and Missouri?
No.
Impacted include Malden, Piggott, Campbell, Chalk Bluff, Natural Area, St. Francis, Pollard, Greenway, McDougal, St. Francis, Glennonville, Crockett, Hickoria, where there was a tornado confirmed there, just according to the tornado report on Twitter. Valley Ridge, Providence, Morris State Park, Wilhelmia, Bryan, Chalk Bluff, Battlefield Park, McGuire's, and Townley. Take cover now, move to a storm shelter or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest. It's going to stay there pretty much all night until it dies, most likely. So, yeah, just take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Updated tornado warning. Canceled Johnson, Arkansas, and continued Pope, Arkansas. That was for the trailing tornado warning.
From Little Rock right now.
There's about to be another tornado warning. We have a video posted.
Oh.
So yeah, Hector. Yeah, so
the one north of Havana.
Yeah. That should get warned. That should get warned shortly.
That one will affect probably many of the same areas that were just being affected by the Dover Hector cell.
Yeah.
I'd say if you live in London, Knoxville, even maybe, as well as Russellville, I know you guys were just lifted from a tornado warning, but you guys need to stay or get back into your shelters because this is likely to be another tornado warned cell here within the next few minutes, moving in your direction.
Yeah, it's been a couple there since about Waveland. And it hasn't really weakened too much.
Situation. Someone tweeted that a short time ago. A funnel cloud was spotted near Dexter, Missouri. Yeah, let me see here. Trying to figure out where Dexter is. I don't know how reliable that report is. Yeah, just ignore that, I guess. Just some dude on Twitter, although he says it's from family that's reporting that. As Brandon Patterson said in chat, that was an incredible hook echo, and it still is very, very impressive hook echo, excuse me. Even now, very pronounced just north of Hector. Rotation continues to remain pretty steadfastly intense. Once again, it is moving into bad radar coverage, so even though it is intensifying, we are not getting the best images of it.
Little Rock has continued the tornado warning and kept its observed tag for Lawrence and Randolph County. So, yeah, I'd expect the trailing one to be expired here shortly, as it no longer really serves a purpose. So, yeah, I'm kind of shocked. Well, that couplet has kind of weakened on that other cell. Okay. 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 Um. Well, what even is this cell?
What?
That Powhatan cell? It's confirmed.
I think the cell is cycling right now. If you're trying to if you're questioning what's
Well,
happening with it right now.
it's confirmed, but like,
Oh, you're talking about in northern Arkansas one. I mean, yeah,
huh?
one of the.
Yeah,
You're talking about the
it's
one near. Wait, I need to
near
try to find my bearings here.
near
Oh yeah,
near
okay.
Black
Yeah.
Rock. Near Black Rock.
You're
Yeah,
looking at the one.
it's
Yeah,
Torcy.
Black Rock.
It's Tor.
5:36 p.m. Central Standard Time, a confirmed tornado was located over Lake Charles State Park, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. This one's moving pretty fast compared to some of the others in the area. Source: weather spotters confirm tornado. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Pocahontas, Walnut Ridge, Hoxie, Black Rock, Lake Charles State Park, Imboden. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Reno, College City, Portia, Maynard, Biggers, Lynn, O'Keene, Annieville, Attica, Smithville, Powhatan, Middlebrook, Ingram, and Shannon. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. It notably says that the max hail size is 0, so this cell really isn't producing that much hail, at least none that is sizable.
I mean, it's basically a rain shower. I mean,
Nah,
it's
I'm
a
sure
rain.
there's lightning with it.
I mean, it's basically a rain shower with a tornado. Just saying.
And yep, Brandon Patterson, there is still a fairly, a somewhat decent intensity velocity signature associated with the cell near Hector on radar. I do believe it is going through a cycle right now, so I would expect to see it start to ramp up again. Just as I said that, look, the newest scan looks like some of the velocities are starting to intensify. Not really, not really lined up yet. So I wouldn't be surprised if it did lift, but of course I have no ground confirmation of that. You'd have to be on the ground to really see that. I haven't looked at the correlation coefficient in a while. Nothing really obvious there. The one behind it has seemed to weaken a bit. I was looking at it again after we had pointed out, and it almost looked like the velocity signature on it was maybe more contamination than anything, because it was on the side of the storm, a bit closer to the clear air.
It was also
So yeah,
maintained though.
Yeah, I think it was maintained a bit. So
Why?
I'm not really sure, but whatever was there has begun to weaken with that
Alright.
cell to
We
the
now have a.
southwest of Knoxville.
Alright. The tornado warning for Pope, Searcy, and Van Buren, Arkansas is now a particularly dangerous situation. Um, that is the cell that is impacting Smyrna and Scotland right now, to the north of Hector, I do believe. Yeah, cool.
It's a
Um,
PDS.
yeah,
Right as I say it probably lifted. It's a PDS.
it's still observed. What's the still weather spotters? Same text, it's just PDS.
Okay.
I don't really.
The velocities have significantly weakened, which, as I just said, was a product of it cycling right now. I'd expect to see them to ramp up again here soon. There might still be a tornado on the ground, certainly a possibility, and it seems like the National
Also,
Weather certainly believes it to be so. Go on.
okay, there's a cell near Jerusalem, just just south of that thing that we need to keep our eye on. There is a little couplet that seems to be going there. That needs to be monitored
Mm-hmm.
for further development.
Mm-hmm. I expect to see the tornado warning for St. Francis, Arkansas, and Campbell, Missouri, to be as well as Malden, Missouri, to be canceled here soon. Rotation on that storm seems to have weakened significantly.
We have a new confirmed tornado report near Rushing Road, approximately 3 miles north of Dover.
3 miles north of Dover.
So it was from a while ago from that cell.
Yeah, that's a delayed report.
Yeah. And the tornado warning for. Okay, Clay and Duncan, Missouri is now a confirmed tornado. So we have 3 confirmed tornadoes right now. So, just as you said the other one should be canceled, they got observed.
Maybe I should just shut up.
It's just
I mean, look at the velocities. You can see what I mean. There's like nothing there.
I mean,
The one in St. Francis.
yeah, it's confirmed by weather spotters. What?
There's nothing there. I can see there might be a bit of a couplet near south of Quilm, maybe. But even then, that's outside of the warning box.
Try Paducah?
I'll try Paducah. I'm on Paducah right now. Actually, there's still nothing.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what's happening there. Yeah, it is a storm spotter report.
That's a bit interesting.
So yeah, they obviously saw something there. So maybe there's still something on the ground. It's possible. Maybe it's a bit delayed. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go back to this other cell, which
Velocities have really fallen apart on the Hector cell. Still going through a cycle there.
it's unclear if it's gonna make it through the cycle.
The cell that was near Jerusalem also kind of fell apart a bit. I think it was going through a merger of some sort. Or it is going through a merger of some sort. And on its current track, it looks like it's going to end up colliding with the Hector cell. So that could further, I guess, harm its development as it's trying to get back on its feet. Of course, cell mergers don't always kill cells. Sometimes if they merge in an unfavorable way, they can certainly hurt the development process of a cell and severely damage its tornado potential. But if you get the proper conditions, it could darn it, what's the word? Recover from it and end up producing another tornado. Since they're since there isn't much going on at the moment, and I say that as there's 3 tornado confirmed cells, but there isn't much that we can really commentate on them. We'll probably go back over some of them soon. I'll do what I do best when there's nothing happening and comment on the flash flood warning in southern Missouri. So that area is getting pretty heavy rains, could result in some flash flooding. Areas included within the warning include Poplar Bluff, Fisk, Dudley, Dexter, Essex, Bloomfield, Bell City, and Pooksico. There's also some flash flooding potential over in Kentucky. If you get a lot of training storms, could result in some flooding potential. So do keep a watch out on that if you live in portions of northern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, Kentucky, and Tennessee this evening and into tonight. Especially if you live in an area vulnerable to flooding.
We have an updated tornado warning. Alright. Clay County, Arkansas is now in the clear. It is continued for Duncan County, Missouri. I think the Simria cell and the Scotland cell are probably undergoing a cell merging process now.
Yeah.
So
Jack, really... are you using GR2?
Yeah, this is GR2 Analyst 3.0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So, I mean, as to the wind shear, I don't think those two cells can really have a difference in wind shear.
I think what he meant is velocities.
Yeah. So, I mean, some wonders don't really. It's mainly about like the amount of precip that's being intaked by the inflow winds.
Intaked.
Yep. Intaked. So yeah. If the precip gets intook, yeah. So that's really what disturbs the circulation is the precipitation instead of the warm moist air. It's getting a cold moist air, basically, and that's really what's going to hinder this cell for probably about the next 30 minutes. Okay. Not there.
What?
No, I was just...
you're talking about that. Okay. Um, so, yeah, I think what he meant is velocities.
Yeah, so, I mean, some wonders don't really. It's mainly about like the amount of precip that's being intaked by the inflow winds.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about that. Okay. Yeah, okay. One thing that might be making it look like there really isn't much on velocities for that southern Missouri cell is the fact that it is in very bad radar coverage, as we have mentioned multiple times today. It is about 82 miles from the nearest radar site in Paducah. Probably some more low-level rotation that really just isn't visible on radar from that far away.
Well, I mean,
There isn't.
tops of these storms are only like 25,000 feet. So they're actually
Yeah.
like really low tops, meaning the
Mini supercell, perhaps?
mm, not really many. They're just
Yeah.
like, I mean, I can tell you how tall the other one is. The one near Samuri or whatever.
The Pocahontas cells isn't even worse radar coverage. That's 90 miles from the nearest radar.
So the Smyrna cell is only 40,000 feet. So they continued the PDS tornado warning. Uh,
Looks like just as the Smyrna cell is trying to get its act together,
gonna
it's
go a
starting
cell
to look a
merger.
little bit better, but it's about to start that
The
cell
cell
merger here
merge.
soon. That cell is about 65, 60 miles from the nearest radar site in Little Rock.
And the next warning should include some towns that could potentially get impacted. So like Denard, Old Lexington, Fox, Flag. Those areas could potentially get impacted if the cell drops. Tornado.
Wonder if Nathan will end up joining us. Just have to see.
Okay, so the velocity couplet is well, it's back. Ah, it seems to be finally
Yeah,
ramping itself back up.
it's finally starting to recover from that cycle, but
It's back.
it's
So
about to undergo a cell merger, which will likely hurt it at least for a little bit. Cell's already starting to interfere with with some of its inflow. Alongside the Missouri flash flood warning, there's also a flash flood warning in Kentucky for southeastern Grayson County, southeastern Hardin County, northwestern Hart County, LaRue County, and north central Edmonson County. Uh, Thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly.
all right, that cell merger is definitely underway now. Like the entire inflow of the Smyrna cell is now completely contaminated with rain. So yeah, that's it for that cell. For probably about 10 minutes here. Yeah, and thus a new tornado warning has been issued for Pope, Ceres, Stone, and Van Buren, Arkansas. After the Smyrna cell, it is now only radar indicated. Now, that does not necessarily mean that the tornado is not on the ground, but it's more used, say, the potential for a tornado to be on the ground is still. there. And hello, gaming 4356. This is gonna be an interesting cell merger. But that does include, the new tornado warning does include the town of Smyrna, Clinton, Fairfield Bay, Shirley, Old Lexington, Denard, Leslie, Rock Springs, and Flag.
So, to answer your question, gaming 4356, there is potential for some severe weather in Alabama tomorrow. There's a slight risk of severe weather that includes much of northern Alabama, northeastern Mississippi, quite a bit of Tennessee, portions of the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina, into eastern Kentucky, western Virginia, West Virginia, and far southeastern Ohio. Tornado risk, at least for now, according to the Storm Prediction Center, for tomorrow is relatively low. The main risk will be wind, and there's a less than 5% chance for hail. And then after that, this little severe weather outbreak that we've been experiencing will end, as there's no severe weather forecasted on Tuesday for any portion of the United States.
Should be mentioned that coming toward the end of the work week, so Friday through Sunday, the Storm Protection Center is actually looking at the potential for another increase in potential severe weather as a trough dives out of the Great Plains. That one might be more impactful for you. So as we get closer to the end of the week, we should know more about the details of that. Alright, the tornado warning has now been canceled for Duncan, Missouri. So
Not
there's
too surprising.
There's no longer the tornado associated with that storm for right now.
The velocity couplet on the Hector storm is still pretty intense.
I mean, might
have weakened a little bit in the last scan, which is to be expected as the cell merger is now fully underway. Likely see some weakening for a little bit as it tries to get its act together post-merger. It's very possible that we begin to see it ramp up again, maybe around Leslie, south of Leslie to the east of that town. And although cell mergers can be harmful to storms, they aren't always harmful. For instance, if I remember correctly, there were quite a few cell mergers on the day of Mayfield for that cell, or maybe other cells that day, or I believe early in its lifetime when it was still in Arkansas, and it managed to.
I don't believe Mayfield had one.
I feel like there were quite a few cell mergers that day. I'm trying to remember. Could have sworn there was one earlier in its lifetime. I don't know, because it was starting to intensify as it approached the southern portions of Jonesboro, and then it just started to weaken and produced a few weak tornadoes around Jonesboro before producing Monette. And then after that, it was just full steam ahead until it got to the Kentucky-Tennessee border, weakened a little bit, lifted, then produced the Mayfield tornado itself.
Tomorrow you should be fine in Blount County. I mean, you might get some straight line damaging winds, but other than that, you should be fine.
Yeah. As he said, just stay tuned to local media, as there could be some stronger winds, but as we've also stated, the tornado risk for tomorrow does appear to be pretty low at the moment. but it can always change.
This is a very interesting cell merger. I think it's trying to do like a double cell merger right now. Cause there's a cell south of that other one that I think is also. Yeah. Let's take a peek at Twitter. Let's see what people are saying.
And while he does that, thank you for the compliments, Brandon. And if you could, feel free to recommend this stream to anyone who might be interested. Of course, there isn't much happening right now, but we will be here for at least the next, 2 hours or so, covering this event
So,
as it unfolds.
you know, SR radar loops, right?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know. I am
Yeah.
familiar with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says that this is a favorable storm merger, so that'd
I
be
also saw some
favorable
people
for.
mentioning that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what delineates a favorable one from an unfavorable one, but
Yeah, I'm not that knowledgeable.
I don't really know what unfavorable or unfavorable one is. Texas, Calgary. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's see. I mean, velocity's weakened a bit, but like, still a definite couplet.
We don't plan on being live tomorrow at the moment, but that could change, I suppose, if something significant happens. Usually, we only stream for events that are, at least for severe weather, we usually only stream for events that are given a moderate or high risk from the Storm Prediction Center. Today's an enhanced risk. We decided to stream today mainly because we haven't streamed in a while, and because we did feel like this event did have a chance to maybe overperform a little bit or produce some significant tornadoes. They're the best at this. 24 minutes ago, video from Todd Yokubian, which he is a meteorologist for a TV station in Arkansas. He posted a video from a viewer in the city of Augsburg, Arkansas. It shows a pretty interesting tornado. Looks like a stovepipe or so touching down. And that viewer was named Rocky Jones. Perhaps the most Arkansas name you can get.
Alright. This is very. Let's see if anyone asked, like, what makes a cell merger favorable.
We have been streaming for over an hour now.
Yep. Oh, no one's asked what makes it favorable. That's unfortunate. I could probably look that up tomorrow.
You could probably look it up and take you down a rabbit hole. I'm sure there's been papers written on it by PhD students in the National Weather Service before.
I'm sure.
I'm sure. Just found a video of some pretty uh, gnarly skies southwest of Pocahontas, Arkansas, looking toward Burdell. No tornado or anything, just pretty dark skies, a lot of rain. Seems to be a common sight across the region. Once this merger for the Dexter cell is over, I just saw someone point this out. It will be very discreet. There aren't any other major cells anywhere near this thing. There are some smaller rain showers behind it, but nothing significant, nothing to its south. So once this is done, if it's still healthy, it really could have could be uninterrupted for quite some time.
Oh my god. Hold on, let's see.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Alright. So, Pope, Arkansas, you're now in the clear. Searcy and Van Buren, you guys are still under the tornado warning. Let me check what time it's. Dang it. Let's see what time it's gonna hit. So probably around lunchtime tomorrow, I would say. So like 11 to like 1 p.m. time frame.
I assume you took that off of the Storm Prediction Center website.
No, I took that off of the HRRR.
Oh, the HRRR, nice. I was gonna say because you could find the time they'd hit on the Storm Prediction Center website, or you could look at the HRRR and get a general idea.
Yeah, I mean it seems to be like for Blount County at least, it seems to be like 11 p.m. to 3 p.m. based on current model guidance. Okay, we have a new updated tornado warning that canceled Pope and continued Searcy, Stone, and Van Buren. Okay. Whatever. That's. Yeah, the couplet at least this weekend quite a bit. I'm sure that's just temporary for the storm merger, but what? Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Let's see, does Brent Adair have anything else? Alright, so Brent Adair has the lowering. He's on this storm near Clinton, Arkansas. Granted, Clinton is way further south. He's kind of like, it's between Clinton and Leslie. He's probably kind of south of Denard.
Who are you talking about?
Brett Adair.
Brett Adair. And I don't think Alabama is expected to get anything tonight.
Yeah, no, it should not be getting anything of major significance tonight, no. So, let's go into the restroom real quick.
So, are you watching Brett Adair's stream right now? I
Yeah.
apologize, I wasn't listening when you
I
said that.
I am.
Yeah, I see people posting pictures about it and the servers I'm in. I might as well tune in as well. And he is on the Dexter cell, isn't he?
Dexter.
Or not Dexter. That's
Denard, but it's moved.
yeah, which is
so it's now.
I suppose we could now refer to it as maybe the Leslie cell.
Well, I have a town that's named Denard on my maps. That's what I use. All right, the cell
Nice.
marker appears to be almost over. Almost.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be wrapping up the next.
Must say those are some pretty strong winds associated with portions of this cell.
Yes. Tomorrow would be the main storm.
Quite the shelf cloud visible on the Bernie, Missouri, on one of the live cams in Bernie, Missouri. Really nice shelf cloud there. Sent it to you in chat. I'll take a gander at how that storm looks on radar if I can find where Bernie is. Oh, there it is. Seems like Bernie is being affected by was recently being affected by the same storm that had a confirmed tornado with it near the town of St. Francis, Arkansas, and Campbell, Missouri. Just passing. Hey, we have 0 concurrent viewers.
Wow. We had 4 a while ago.
Yes, we did.
Like, 5 times this stream.
Indeed, it has.
It's literally done that 4 times. Or 5, rather.
The stream continues to buffer because Jack's internet sucks.
I don't know that it's my internet. That's the funny part.
And we have 2 concurrent viewers.
Yeah.
There we go.
The stream is up right now, so I'll say this. Sorry if the stream buffers. The stream should be like, if it buffers, just wait like 10 seconds and it should be back up and running. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. We lost a viewer.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, whatever. Back to Twitter. I probably should put like the live storm chasing thing. You know, I'm gonna do that right now.
Let's see the sun. Or at least the sunlight. Couldn't see the actual sun. Just you could tell it was actually still kind of daylight out.
Okay. I just quickly posted the link to the live storm chasers thing. Okay. Oh, there's a metal shed destroyed. near Pitts Road and Long Creek Lane. That's in Poinsett County, near Wiener. It was a thunderstorm wind damage. Don't know that it has possible tornado tag. Okay, yeah. Again, sorry if this stream buffers a bit. It should be back up to normal within like a few seconds, maybe like 30. But hopefully it does not crash. Okay. I'm just gonna hope that's okay. Good. I randomly saw that frame and was like, oh, that's fun, but no, that's just one frame. So that should be okay. Alright, so that looks fine. Alright, I think the cell merger is done.
Yeah, Storm seems to be recovering well from it. Pretty much done. Velocity is starting to ramp back up a little bit. So it'll likely take a few scans for it to get back to its previous intensity. So, yeah.
Oh.
What is it?
So this is out ahead of the main area we're watching. Okay. So the main area we're watching is back here, near Fort Smith.
Are you sure?
That's where the low is.
Okay.
That is a
really,
very long
really, really steady wall cloud visible on Brett's stream. A lot of rising motion. Or at least there was. He's driving now. I'll change over to Cody Hudson, see what he has, since he's also in the area. If his stream will load.
That's always a good sign, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Really dark.
I saw that. What Nathan said. I'm just looking at it. Could you do the dual pane? I mean, I could. I could do quad pane, actually. The stream is loaded. He was just experiencing some heavy rain and his stream crashed. Got it. Let it rock. Alright, I expect this tornado warning to be continued soon-ish. And if not, it's definitely going to get a severe thunderstorm warning at the minimum, so.
There are, looks like velocities are starting to align more. Some green pixels getting a bit close to some of the more intense red and yellow ones there. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning back in Oklahoma at the moment. Includes Holbert, Lost City, areas just to the west of Tahlequah, Oaks, Leech, Snake Creek, Chewy, Flint Creek, Kansas, Oklahoma, Colcord, Bull Hollow, Sycamore, Jay, and a few areas in far northwest Arkansas, including Decatur, Gravette, and Sulphur Springs. That storm is warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This is confirmed by trained weather spotters on the ground. So do stay indoors if you live in the path of that storm. Doesn't seem like there's immediate tornado potential with it, but there is, as I just said, potential for some strong winds that could perhaps do some damage, as well as large hail that could harm you if you are caught outside without shelter.
Not exactly the best looking cell. Again, I do expect this cell to be extended for the tornado,
warning to be
so,
extended.
Yeah. And there it goes. Well, at least. Alright, so this one's for Baxter, Izard, Searcy, and Stone County, Arkansas until 7:30 p.m.
Velocities continue to intensify as the green pixels continue to get closer to the red ones, indicating some stronger rotation within the cell. If you do live in the path of this tornado-warned storm,
which is
seems
a lot
like
of people.
It's just quite a few people, because it includes Mountain View now, doesn't it?
It includes all the way through Mountain View. I'm going to read out all the cities. All right. Yeah. Leslie, Flag, Fox, Elko, Timbo, Mountain View, 56, Mount Olive, Huron, Boswell, Calico Rock, Ranville, Weidman, Newburgh, Melbourne, Sage, Mount Pleasant, Zion, Franklin, Myron, Oxford, and Horseshoe Bend.
Yeah.
So they basically issued this tornado warning. I mean, almost to the Arkansas border. So
Missouri border.
Arkansas-Missouri border.
Yeah. Yeah. Quite a few communities there in it. There is a BWER on radar again.
Yeah. That means that this couple is probably about to get a lot stronger than what it is right now, which is already.
I was just talking about the sorry, go on.